All right. With today, um, today's sketch, my plan here is to draw a film and spool holder because my current one, well, it's breaking. It's made out of acrylic and it's connected to the printer. We're using screws and stuff. Well, my plan here is to remove those screws because the acrylic cracked anyway, so I don't care. And we're going to redesign this in a different way so I don't ever have to worry about that. What I did was I picked up a few little things, and I don't know where they are right now. I'm not going to stress over it. I got some ball bearings that we're going to be using. I need to make them, 2 of them, because, well, 1 for each spool. Now my idea here is to, hold on. Let me shed some light on the subject. Ah, oh, look at that. Amazing. All right. The idea here is to... I might need a ruler for this. Let me think. Whatever. I don't need a ruler. Screw it. Yeah. Today's plan is to come up with at least a side design on how I want it. I'm thinking I'm going to have them go up a little bit. We'll... Instead of having a stress point here, we'll just curve it out here. And then I'm going to want it up high, probably a few inches. So, but I'm going to have that set. Again, I'm going to soften these curves here. And I don't need it to be super... I do need this because spools are different in sizings. This way I don't want to deal with that when it comes down to it. So we'll draw a quick scribble of a circle. Here and here. This is all going to be rough anyways. A place to hold my bearing. Alright, this probably won't be that big. That's kind of cool. We'll do that. Swerve up. So this is the next big project that we're going to be approaching. We're going to start by doing the sketch here now at this point. Alright, so that'll probably be the side. I'm going to need 4 of those eventually. Doing just a front-on view, and then what I'll probably do is... Actually, that's not a bad deal. We'll have a couple sliders here and probably a component that sits here to keep those rods into place. And this way they can shift to hold the spool. Now with that said, I think here I'm going to probably use this to make the extension upwards. And we're going to want to carry the weight down. And I think I use an X to do that. Aside the fact that it'll look kind of nice doing so, it'll transfer the load. And it doesn't need to be super strong because we're only talking about 3 to 4 pounds at the most per spool, so double that, so about 6 pounds worth of weight. You know, a piece of plastic can handle that pretty easily. Alright, so something like that. I think that'll look pretty cool, and that should support the weight properly. I like the curve going down. That'll be kind of nice to see. Alright, so that's what I'm thinking here for the ball bearings. Obviously, you'll end up having a cap here and a cap here. Now, actually, that's just going to be the rod there, technically, that'll hold the ball bearing. So what I'm going to end up wanting to do for the ball bearing here, so say this is my ball bearing, I am going to want to put a piece of material with a groove in it to, do that. transfer that line over a little bit, real quick here. Carry that down, and that can be curved in. Like so. I think that'll work nicely. Hold on. Oh, I'm sorry for the noise behind, the background noise. I am running a print and apparently sharpening a pencil. Oops. So, in theory, this is what I'm thinking of doing. So I have my ball bearing right here, which goes through here, which should be more than enough space for that spool to sit on. Yeah. Sorry, I kind of spaced out for a second. So essentially that's what we're looking at. I'm going to want this to kind of have nice little curves like so. Oh, that's just fantastic. Okay, excuse me for a second while I resharpen my pencil. Grind, 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 grind. Cool. Really? Excuse the technical difficulties. Apparently I'm incapable of, really? Sharpening a pencil? What is going on with this thing? Alright, good enough. It's not perfect, but at least it's not broken. Okay, with that said, let's use a pen. And it's a brush pen. Oh, we're having fun today. Luckily, it doesn't matter. If this was a technical drawing, I'd be having serious issues right now. If this was a technical drawing, I would literally be going out looking for a mechanical pencil. I have one around, but since it's not a big deal. This is just to get my ideas out on paper. Wow. I'm not used to drawing with a brush anymore. Whoops. It's been a while since I've used a brush. Alright. So I think, so much fun. Love the curves that you can get with these. Yeah. So I think on the outside, this is what you're going to see. It's something like this. Probably not going to see those because they shouldn't be visible. Alright, so that's not perfect, but it gets the point across. Yeah, I think this will be probably once I get the BL Touch installed and running, this can be the next major project here for us. And so that's my spool holder. I have an idea to go beyond this. Now, beyond that point. And you know what? Using that's kind of bugging me. Oh look, there's a compass. It's not what I'm looking for though. Dead board. Ah, that worked. Sorry. Look, found a mechanical pencil. Sweet. Alright, we'll put that aside for the moment. Now, what I was thinking is, alright, we have this part of the spool holder, right? And it goes, you have the second version there told the spool. Then we have this outer area here that'll connect down to the base of it, alright? What I was thinking of doing is somewhere in this area here. When I get into Fusion 360 to design this, I think I'll be able to go into more detail. It'll be a lot easier to go into more detail. But what I'm thinking here, I'm going to just use the regular mechanical pencil at this point. I don't think I need to do anything else. Is to create a piece that kind of goes like this, and it's got to be supported somehow. So because it's going to be. So I have this piece that's supported. Filament goes in here, comes out in here to go into the extruder itself. And this should help guide the extruder. What I can do here, in addition to that, is if I design this right, which I would design it a little bit different than that, when I think about it. Alright, hold on here. Hold your horses. Hold those horses for a second. Let's just flip this over. Did I mention this was going to be a two-pager? Get it? No, that's serious. In all seriousness, actually, now that I think about it, this is what I'm thinking. All right, we have a component that holds the top part, right? So we have the top part, which will be the guide, and then we can actually build in a filter for the material, help keep it clean. That can go out like so, and then that filament can go into one of the standard things to be fed into the printer, like so. Yeah. Something like that. I think that'll look cool. So obviously that's going to be just a big ring that's loose ring. So the material can bounce around a little bit. Alright. That looks pretty good. Now with that said, I'm going to be hopefully reviewing some PLA soon. I emailed one company because they were offering free rolls, but not important. That part's not important because I don't have the right financial things in place. I will be buying the rolls out of pocket anyway, so not important when they are on the market. Supposedly it has some of the best tolerances. I'm going to review that for you guys because to me finding good material is important. That's what makes these prints look good or bad or indifferent or whatever. Alright, so, and also then at that point I can actually plan this better. Well, I already know that I would make a 2mm opening. That's not. So here we go. Then some kind of stand. Again, when we get down into the business of this, we are going to use probably Fusion 360. Yep. Alright, I think this will pretty much come up to the end of today's sketch. So that's the plan for probably the next upgrade once I have the BLT touch in, is we will design this component along with the other part of the spool holder, and we'll go from there. In theory, I think this would actually solve a few more problems and make things easier for changing out rolls. Yeah, I'll probably end up using PLA for this, and we'll go from there, like I said. Alright, that said, subscribe, ring the bell icon so you know when I upload a video, and enjoy your night. Be creative.